Okay, should be coming up any second now, and I'll get the notification on my phone. Yep, any second now. I'm waiting for it. There it is. Okay,
Hey, I think we're live.
we are. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the J8 Show. Today we have Brooklyn and Chase here. Yeah. Yes, Traven is still working, so he's gonna be absent for a while. I don't know how long. You know, he may have a
It
Monday.
makes me very depressed.
What?
I
Why?
love Traven.
Yeah,
like my
he's
bestie.
fun. He's fun. I don't know how long, he's going to be working and earning money for probably a couple months. So it's, time flies though, because it's almost October. Tomorrow's October, so spooky season is here, and I'm freaking excited because last year was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. We carved a pumpkin. Trace snorted some Jello, and it was a crazy Halloween.
Sounds like a crazy Halloween if you're snorting
My
Jello.
last Halloween
Yeah.
was gay as fuck. I got drunk and got into a relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it a gay relationship?
Gay
Because that'd be kind of
relationship.
ironic.
Okay.
Right.
She's like, it was gay.
Well, he was bisexual, but I'm pretty sure he's full on gay.
Yeah.
He treats guys better than he treats women, that's for sure.
Wow.
The more you know.
The more you know, the more you could save. That's the power of the Home Depot. Or is that Walmart? I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I barely know. I barely watch it.
Yeah. So, what else? I had something I was going to talk about. I completely spaced it.
Oh, what the heck? Tripping.
What kind of host are you?
Yeah, I don't know. It was right on the tip of my tongue there.
Yeah.
So today is really a sports themed podcast. Brooklyn's just chilling for
I'm
this
only
one.
here because I'm bored.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the NFL to start. I've been watching a lot of NFL. Obviously, I'm a big NFL fan. I watch almost every game every week because I have NFL Pass, so I might as well, right? So, to start off, we had Thursday Night Football, which is the Eagles and the Packers. The Eagles beat the Packers 34-27. It was actually a really good game. Aaron Rodgers played really well. I was just their defense was not doing as good as they should have, the Packers. And so, way to go on the Eagles,
Well, what are you gonna do? It was a very close game the
Yeah.
whole way. The other team was just like, hey, let's just score more,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go down the field and get it done. So then the Redskins and the Giants. This is yesterday, first game of the day. The Giants blew out the Redskins, and
Kind of expected.
yeah, the Redskins haven't been really. I mean, they've been struggling for. I don't know. I mean, they had a decent year last year. Towards the playoffs, I was like, okay, all right. Then they died. So. The Giants beat them 24-3. The Chiefs and the Lions. This game was so close.
What the fuck are you doing?
He just for the audio listeners, Chase just ate the
Yeah, the
Entire microphone.
Well, the microphone has a pop filter, a foam piece that goes over the mic, and
he ate the foam.
he did it again. It's terrible.
Okay, let's get back on track. Sorry about that.
Okay,
The
here's
whole
one
time
thing
I'm like-
that's what I was gonna mention is. Since Traven's not here, I'm not being interrupted, and it's great. It's so nice.
Usually it's because Traven and me are here at the same time.
Well, not even when you're here. It's like Traven just doesn't shut up. I'm like, bro.
I only do when we're both here at the same time, because me and Traven, you guys will just be having Chase will be sitting here, you'll be sitting there, Traven's there, I'm there, and me and Traven will just have a whole different conversation.
Right.
You guys are we're just all like, hey, buttholes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Something random.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
no.
why I love Traven. He's awesome.
But he always interrupts. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I chew him out for it, but ever since he's not been here, we haven't had that problem, and it's great because I can actually
isn't
do a show.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the first one we've done since he hasn't been here, because we didn't do one last week.
I did. I
You
did
did?
by myself, yeah.
Why?
Because halfway through the week, that was that week I told you about,
Oh,
but
yeah.
halfway through the week, I was like, I got to do a podcast, I got to at least put something out, so, but yeah, and then, so Traven's not here. It's a lot easier because I come to do the show. The show is a show. Like,
What the fuck?
we are sponsored. We have, money
Weird and
from
weirdo.
viewers. We've got, so it's a show, and I come to do it and I don't like to be interrupted. So
I feel that. I was oof. Okay, I'm going through some difficult times.
yeah.
And I flipped out on my brother today. I was like, bitch, if you interrupt me one more time, I will slit your throat, you fucking fat asshole. Like, I was pissed.
Jesus Christ.
I was
Wow.
so mad because nobody would let me speak. They kept freaking, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, I was getting so mad.
What one were we on?
We were Chiefs and Lions.
Chiefs and
It was a
Lions, okay.
really, really close game, and Patrick Mahomes getting it done.
There's a reason he's 99 on Madden.
Yeah, he's a god right now. Well, when Patrick Mahomes came into the league, I was like, this kid's, watching some of his college stuff, I was like, this kid's good, and whatever team gets him is going to be good. Kansas City's going to be good this year.
Yeah, they are. They got a good pickup on that.
Yeah. It was a really close game, though. The Lions' defense was tough. That was the most impressive thing of that game was that Lions' defense was just... And that's interesting because the Lions really haven't been... one of the contending teams in the NFL for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So to see their defense, I was like, wow, let's, get that done. It's good.
Right.
All right, Titans and Falcons. Another close game. Titans got it done barely. I don't know what happened there. They struggled, but they got it done. So way to go, Titans. I thought the Falcons were going to win that, but lately they're just struggling. I don't know. The Browns, I could walk away right now. I could just... Baker Mayfield is killing it. Oh,
Yeah,
my
he is.
God. He is just destroying the field. The Browns, I think this year the Browns are probably going to be in the top 5 in the NFL.
Yeah, they're having a good year.
They're having a good year. Baker Mayfield, they've got Odell Beckham Jr., and it's just their team is going to be... it's crazy how 3 players can just change a team completely. And the Browns are getting it done. The Browns destroyed the Ravens 40-25. The Browns haven't had a score like that in years. What the fuck?
I know, it's weird to think about because we're always used to, the Browns suck.
The Browns are getting it done. It just blows my mind. This is the first time they've probably scored 40 points in a game since 1969.
It's sad, but it's probably true.
Yeah. Your dad's team, the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders and the Colts. Another really decent game to watch. I didn't catch a lot of it, but the Raiders won 31-24. I didn't get to see a lot of that one. This one, okay. Patriots and the Bills. This game, I was really kind of worried for Tom Brady. He was not playing good at all. Like, he was struggling. He was missing passes. It was bad. It was a really, really rough game for him. And the Bills' defense was key in that game. Even though the Patriots won, the Bills' defense was crazy because they figured out Tom Brady. And here's the thing. You take somebody who's been playing the NFL for this long. Brady's been in the game for a long time now. You take somebody who has been doing that for so long, you start to figure him out. Oh, he likes this specific person. He's going to pass to him on this route. When you see this line set up this way, you've got 2 receivers on the right side. He's going to go to Edelman. Mm-hmm. We know that already. So the Bills' defense was phenomenal. They set up, they put such hard coverage on each of his receivers. Tom Brady couldn't really do anything. He was struggling so hard. And even though they won, it was a scrape. They scraped by. It was so close.
It's going to be interesting, too, looking at it as well, that, are other teams going to pick up on the Bills' defense?
Right.
Is it going to be like that, or is it going to be back to, Tom Brady did another whatever game,
Right. Yeah, no, I was listening to a talk show today, Skip and Shannon. They talk about sports all the time, but they were just saying, Skip was saying the Bills' defense was the reason they barely scraped through because they figured out Tom Brady. That's the thing now with Tom Brady being the greatest. I mean, he he's had a phenomenal career, but it's gotten to the point now people are figuring him out. And the Patriots only have, in my opinion, 3 good players. Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, and Gronkowski.
Right.
And
I can agree with that.
Yeah. And so the defense set up on Gronk and Edelman. heavy. You put double coverage on those guys. Tom Brady has no one to throw to because he can't rely on the other receivers.
Mm-hmm.
The other receivers aren't as experienced as those two with Tom Brady. And so because, Edelman and Gronkowski know Tom Brady really well. They know what he's going to do. They see him as, oh, his eyes are looking there, he's going to Gronk. I'm just going to block, they just so you cover those two. He's going to struggle. And so that's what the Bills did. That was why it was such a close game. The Panthers and the Texans, again, another really defensive game. Cam is struggling, surprisingly, but he did scrape by and got that one done. The Texans' defense was good. I really was rooting for the Texans in that one just because I wanted them to win. And I don't know, the Panthers, I'm not a big fan of the Panthers, but... And that's mostly because of Cam Newton being cocky as Cam Newton is. There's always one cocky person in sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single sport, there's always the one that's out among the entire, As far as defenses go, Richard Sherman. As far as offense goes, it's probably Cam Newton or Odell Beckham Jr.
They're pretty.
There's always one that stands out among the rest. So, as far as the basketball goes, you'd know more about that. Who's the cocky? I want to say Steph Curry, but Steph Curry's kind of...
He's relaxed now.
Yeah, he's
Back
relaxed.
in the day, he used to be like, oh, I'm going to score this many points and blah, 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 but now he's just
I wanted to say James Harden, but James Harden's been pretty humble as far as a player.
James Harden is all right. The one that I think of usually, you remember Larry Sanders? I don't know. He was good for like two...
Did he play for the Lakers?
He played for the Bucks.
The Bucks. Okay.
He was he only had like 2 good seasons.
Yeah.
And then quit basketball. Actually, he was just like,
Really?
"Okay, I'm done." But he used to be like
talking mad
shit. Bad. Yeah, Kevin Garnett was bad too.
Yeah, no, that one I
I hated watching Kevin Garnett just because of how much
Donovan Mitchell. Our own Donovan Mitchell, he gets cocky, especially in the playoffs. And I think you get a team that goes to the playoffs and they're winning a few games in a row, they'll get really cocky. You're always going to have that.
But you can't have that.
Yeah.
Because that's going to ruin it, or ruin your team eventually. Because if you're going to talk big, you got to back it up.
Right.
You can't do that day in and day out.
You can't go 3 games out of 7 and lose the next 4 and just talk mad shit the entire time.
Yeah, and you look stupid too because
right.
Like back in the day, Gary Payton would always, every time he would give crap to John Stockton would score a bunch of points. You just look bad. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue.
All right, let's talk about your team, the Chargers.
Honestly,
and the Dolphins.
I heard that I didn't watch this game. I didn't have time. I was up at a family thing. But I was going to say, if we lost to the Dolphins, I would probably have ripped my dick off.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. A straight blowout, 30-10. Way to go, Chargers! Phillip Rivers got it done.
Yeah,
and as Phillip Rivers is my quarterback in fantasy, I was like, yay!
He's good. He's a good quarterback.
He's one of those quarterbacks that's on and off. You don't know if he's gonna have a good day or not.
Yeah, that you can tell when he's having a good day because it shows up on the scoreboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, okay. Buccaneers and the Rams, another really close game. I think it was the highest scoring game of the week, 55-40. The Buccaneers beat the Rams. The Rams have always been a tough team. Jared Goff is just struggling. Jared Goff is the quarterback that I'm most of out of all the quarterbacks. He's just getting, I don't know, he's becoming that quarterback that you're like, oh, it's just Jared Goff. I'm expecting this much of a game out of him just because he's played in that set so long,
Mm-hmm.
So, and the same goes for like Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
You're expecting him to win because that's what he's been doing for so long. You get a pattern.
It's just what's the word? Predictable.
Yes.
Yeah, predictable. Very predictable.
Now, Seattle and the Cardinals. This is the game that I paid attention close to the most, of course, because I'm a Seattle fan. This was really, really good. Seattle got it done. The Cardinals just struggled. Their defense did okay. I mean, they sacked Russell Wilson 4 times, so, way to go Cardinals defense. But Their offense was worse. Their quarterback's young. He's a rookie. He's not sure how it's all working yet. And this is only week 4 in the NFL, and he's just struggling. He had I think 4 interceptions in that game. He fumbled the ball twice and recovered it. I mean, it was just a sloppy game for the Cardinals.
Well, yeah, you got to take into account too, though. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
That's what you kind of expect. Not that bad, of course,
Right.
but you expect a couple interceptions, couple fumbles.
Yeah.
So that one wasn't as bad as it sounds.
Now the Bears and the Vikings. Okay, here's the Bears are a team that I've predicted to be good since last year. I was like, okay, the Bears, I believe through last year's season and this year, I think they're going to be a possible playoff team. The Bears have really pumped it up the Bears and the Browns. What's up with the bees?
The bees. Yeah.
They're really kicking up the game, and I'm excited. Like, I'm not a Bears fan, but I'm like, you freaking go.
The
You
NFL
can do
gods are raining down blessings on the bees this year.
the Buccaneers won, the
Yeah.
Bears won, the Browns won. What is going
Yeah,
on?
it's crazy.
I'm at the end of the alphabet. That's not looking good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears, I hope they, play really well this season. The Jags and the Broncos. Jazz and the Broncos. Jazz. The Jazz are out there on the
They're dribbling the football.
That would be something else.
They're throwing a field goal.
That would be Rudy Gobert throwing a field goal.
Dunking a field goal.
The Jags and the Broncos. This was
That's
a
a
really,
very close
really
game.
close game.
Yeah.
It was back and forth. They had field goals. They had touchdowns. It was just back and forth all day. And those are the funnest games to watch because they're tight. They're like, oh my gosh, who's gonna win this? And the Jags got it done. So, yeah. As far as the Broncos go, I don't know how well they're doing because I really haven't paid attention to their quarterback. But I mean, if they can pull out some wins, that'd be good. Broncos fans. I'm not a Broncos fan, but Cowboys and the Saints. Okay, the Saints are a team that since Jesus is out, I was worried about the Saints. Shut up! My phone keeps going. Put it on mute. It's the Bengals and the Steelers are about to go live right now. Okay. Yeah, that's today at 6:15. So I mean, that game's live now. That's a live game going on right now. The Bengals and the Steelers. Okay, so the Saints, like I was saying, since Drew Brees got kicked, like he got injured, I've been worrying about the Saints because I wasn't sure how well they were going to perform. Well, they went to Seattle and kicked Seattle's ass with their backup quarterback, and their backup quarterback is really good. So I was like, God damn it! I mean, I lost, but the Saints are. If they can, I've always kind of been, if I didn't go to Seattle, it would have been the Saints as far as sports teams go. And I don't know if that's because I live in Utah where everyone's Mormon, but yeah, I don't know. Just, I would have gone with the Saints as my secondary team, and my third would have been the Steelers. So, but yeah, the Bengals and the Steelers are playing right now, and, that concludes week 4 of the NFL. That's been kind of a crazy week, but the overall things like I was saying, all these bad teams that we've known for a long time have been bad, have flipped the game. And the biggest shock I think is the Browns. Baker Mayfield's killing it right now. So this is a way early in the game. I'm going to ask playoff predictions, like top 4. Like the final 4 playoff prediction right now.
Is that 2 from AFC?
2 from AFC and the NFC.
Okay, because I'm not educated in that, let me look
Yeah,
that up for a second. But
I'm gonna look right now.
I'll let you go first, and then I'll
Okay.
say mine.
As far as the teams go, I'm pretty sure the Patriots are gonna, they usually make the playoffs every year, and they will probably make the Final Four. again, they're just that team that does it every year. And let me go to the standings here. Yeah, so the Patriots are 4-0 right now. So I'm gonna say the Patriots go up against. I don't know. There's a lot of teams in the AFC that could be. I want to say Patriots Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs
for sure, but I
Yeah,
don't know, the
Chiefs are
Patriots
4-0
is-
right now. So I mean that would be my prediction at the moment. Patriots Chiefs on the AFC. Now, where's the NFC? Come on. There it is. Give me the NFC. So, Cowboys are 3-1, they're on top of the East. Seattle's 3-1, top of the West. Packers 3-1, Saints 3-1. So, okay, as far as teams go, I don't know how the 49ers are doing, but I don't know. I feel so bad for the Cardinals though, because they're 0-3. I mean, like I said, rookie quarterback. So it's gonna be interesting. I want to see the Saint. I'm gonna say Saints and. Man, this is hard. Because I hate the Cowboys, so I'm not going to say the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys are just. It's not the Cowboys themselves. It's the Cowboys fans.
Yep.
The fans are terrible. Every single fan of a Cowboys I've met is just like, we're the greatest. We're America's team. We're the gods of the NFL.
If we're going that way, the Redskins would be because they're in DC.
Yeah, like I don't get you. Shut up! You're not America's team. You shush. Like it
Shut
wouldn't
it.
be. They're the most annoying team in the NFL because of the fans, in my opinion.
For sure.
So I'm not gonna go with them. At the moment, I would like to see the Packers and the Saints on the AFC or the NFC. Because the Packers haven't been to a Super Bowl in a while. So, yeah, I'd like to see the Packers and the Saints go, and the Patriots and the Chiefs. Your predictions?
I'm gonna have to agree with the Chiefs. And I do think the AFC ones you mentioned are what's probably how it's gonna end up for the AFC.
And it's so hard to predict these things right now just because of the time period and the amount of, we're only in week 4. So it's
Right.
really hard to get a feel for the teams. It's about week 7 that we kind of see who's going to be the leaders of the seasons. So, all right. So what about NBA? What's going on in the NBA right now?
NBA. We have. My favorite thing about it is just watching James Harden.
Yeah.
Game in, game out,
Just
30-something points.
killing it.
He's getting double teamed, triple teamed, and he's still scoring.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's a big dude. It's going to be hard to,
let's look at the games.
There's a
for
live
second.
game right now. Rockets and the Sharks. Oh, this is Shanghai Sharks? Is
Yeah.
this an
Yeah. We
international?
are in FIBA right now.
Oh, really?
So we're playing.
Is this an international game? They're
Yes,
playing?
we play international games. We have
That's cool.
They just barely added a D League team. Oh, it's not D League anymore. It's G League, but it's a G League team in Mexico City. So
Oh, really?
we've been playing. They just barely ended the Olympics, the basketball
Yeah.
Olympics. USA fell to France and someone else, and it was not Spain, I think, and it wasn't even that.
Jeez.
We just let our guard down there, but
Yeah.
So right now it's draft combine, and we haven't started the season yet, but it's getting pretty close, pretty sure.
So right now, this is a live game, the first quarter, NBA. Houston Rockets at the Shanghai Sharks. Houston's beating them 16-4 in the first.
Yeah, that's kind of what you expect with, especially a team like the Rockets.
Well, yeah, and I mean these other teams that are out of country really. I don't even know if they know how well this game is played. I mean, they've probably take rugby for example. If you tried to get football players to play rugby, like NFL players to
Not
go
the
and-
same.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little different. So
Well, in other leagues too, like the NBA is hard because we got stricter rules, and in FIBA 3-point line is shorter
Yeah.
than it is in the NBA. So just stuff like that. And there's some regulations that are in and some that aren't, and you have to pay more attention to them sometimes. But FIBA's my favorite one to watch, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
regular season and playoffs are fine. Playoffs are fun to watch sometimes.
Yeah. March Madness.
Yeah.
I mean, that I got actually March Madness. I had a really close bracket till the final four. Well, it was the final. What would have been 8? Yeah, the final 8. There, it got wrecked. I was so close, and then I got to there, and then all the teams I had to pick to move on to the 4 got eliminated. So, yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. Who's your favorite March Madness go-to team? Do you have a team
Is
that you?
college?
Yeah, college.
College. I just kind of passively watch it. So like Connecticut,
Yeah.
UConn and Duke are the two
Yeah,
I
see,
look
Duke
at.
Duke's my go-to.
Or no,
as
what's
far
that
as-
one? North Carolina.
Oh, they're good. North
Yeah.
Carolina and Duke are really good.
hmm
Yeah.
So those are the two I usually expect to win: Duke and North Carolina.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh, baseball. You guys probably don't pay attention to baseball as much as I do, but
Yeah. I don't.
the playoffs are coming up. It's playoff season for the MLB, Major League Baseball. I always get the acronyms messed up. I'll say the NBL or some
The
shit
NBL,
like that.
like what we're talking about, Canada.
Yeah, so the playoffs for baseball are coming up, and Seattle, the Mariners. I'm a Mariners fan, I'm a Seahawk fan, and I'm a Jazz fan. So, the Mariners are not doing well. I don't think they're gonna even. I mean, they'll probably lose their games and just end it like they did last year. So, yeah.
It's hard to follow MLB too because there's a game every day.
Yeah, there's a game
pretty
every day.
much.
Yep, pretty much. So, which is what, I have my phone pin the scores and stuff, so it'll tell me what the scores are, who won, and all that, and specific teams and such. So, yeah. So there's a little that's the sports section of this today. We'll move on to something else. We'll talk about the recent song I just dropped on SoundCloud. Like I said, I've been working on my album, and I had 3 other rappers here the other night. It was amazing because you get that many rappers in a room. It's magic. It's so much fun. It's like when you get a bunch of Zach Wilde, Jimmy Page. You get a bunch of epic guitarists in a room. It's gonna be magical. So it's exactly what happened. We got high as shit. We got so high, and then we recorded a song, and it was. I've never recorded high before. I don't like it because my mind isn't I rap
Makes it
sober.
hard to focus
Yeah.
on one
Yes. I rap sober, so it's really hard for me to focus when I'm high as shit.
I'm
Cause
high as shit every fucking night, so
Yeah.
it's so different.
it's really hard for me to focus, and they were like, we want to see you rap high because we've always rapped high, and that's how we do it. I was like, okay, so I did it. It's not the best I've ever done. There were some good lines, but for the most part, it was just kind of a meh, section of me. Because I like to lyricize when it comes to music, and it wasn't as strong as I wanted it. But that song is called Flying High, of course. It features CT, Pilot Jones, and Buddha Rip, who is my buddy Homero. Yeah, he's great. He's freaking great. It was so fun. And then after we got the track done, we just all sat here. We were playing music through that speaker, and we were rapping, freestyling, and it was great. It was a fun night. It's really fun when you can just have a group of guys and just play music, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter, rock, rap, country. It doesn't matter. You get a group of people doing the same thing. It's a lot of fun. So, Brooklyn, what's been going on in your life besides chewing your brother out for being a loud asshole? Nothing?
Literally just work, weed, sleep.
Work, weed, sleep.
Sounds like a good life right there.
Work,
Really
weed,
not.
sleep.
But I got some fire freaking dispensary weed from Mesquite yesterday. So good.
Okay.
It's called Lemonade Dream.
Lemonade
Then I got
Dream.
this shit that knocks me the fuck out. I really needed it too, because I have sleeping issues, and it literally like you take 3 hits, you're dead.
Done.
You're
Done
You're
for.
going to bed.
See, when we got high the other night, I'd been drinking already, so I was drunk. Then I got high, but the alcohol
Kinda balances
it balanced it, so I was really just kind of numb at that point.
Yeah. I like that feeling. I
Yeah.
love being crossfaded
Yeah,
rather than just one or the other.
I'm surprised my cameras lasted this long. It said it had 6 minutes of battery life. It's doing great.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's doing fantastic.
It's 6:30.
Is it 6:30 already? Holy cow!
Time
That's
flies
what-
when you have fun.
When you're talking about
That
sports,
time went by super slow for me.
yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know, that
of
makes
course
sense.
you weren't talking about sports.
I was just like,
All right, next podcast. Next podcast. You pick the topic, so you better be ready.
you're not gonna like that, but
You
okay.
better be ready. You have the topic ready, and we'll talk about it. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
you're not
remind
gonna
you.
like that.
I'm gonna remind you.
If you insist.
I insist. And
Okay, but you're not gonna like it.
how do you know? We've talked about the weirdest shit on this podcast.
Yeah, but I'm talking shit that I don't talk about around you guys.
What? I honestly, it doesn't surprise me anymore. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. This is terrible, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Fuck you. But that's true. I mean, I'm pretty unpredictable. I mean, I'm pretty predictable, actually.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Brooklyn just sucked a black guy's cock.
Not surprised. I mean, I did one time. His name was Howard.
Oh. Okay. It's like no, like it wouldn't surprise me. That's just an example, but it wouldn't surprise me.
It
So
was like I did one time. His name was Howard. And
Howard,
he lived in the Capitol Hotel.
God,
His name was Howard.
His name was
Howard.
Howard, and he was like 30 years older than me.
That's terrible.
Just kidding. He was more like 15 years older than me, but same difference.
No, jeez.
Plus, I was super young, but still, he didn't know that. Just
God.
kidding. He did know that. He was a bad man. Just kidding.
That's terrible.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you all for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, The JH Show on YouTube. Hit us up on our social medias at The JH Show 1 on Twitter. You can email us at the